Welcome back, guys. This is for episode 15. We're getting along now. We're delivering a antimatter bomb to paleontologist, I believe his name is. He's found a discovery deep within tar. So the only way to get down to it is blowing it up, blowing a massive hole in it to get down. So the scientists are really invested in this part. Yeah, it is the paleontologist. It's good to be off the snow for a little bit. That's my favourite part of games, it's snow.
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
It's going to take some big balls to actually live out in a place like this. Especially by yourself. If you get injured, there's no one coming for you, that's for sure. And if you can cause a void out, whew, you blow a hole in the mountain and it can avalanche all the way down, killing a whole bunch of other settlements. Another chiral network down. All hooked up, I mean. So we got one left after this one before we move on to the way station at the tar. Oxygen mask. That's cool. Level 2 grenades, nice.
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
Of course you do.
The porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does the dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
That fossil could represent an epochal discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
Could you imagine finding something which is 220 million years old? Like, just in our lifetime alone, I'm only 40. It's pretty unreal to think that 220 million years for the Earth. You see the gas, it's not good. Good time to put on the oxygen mask, I guess. No, that looks cool. I like that. Better grab it all. I think better to grab it all. No, it's difficult to pick that stuff up. Might have to use the ladder here, maybe. Oh no, that'll be right. Yeah, all good. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Almost back now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
So far, I don't think this game's got much replayability to it. It's kind of a one and done kind of game.
You found it. Let me see. I have to see it. Oh my. It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily even.
He looked at that for even not even a second and he's like, it's immaculate. I think they could have paused that a little bit before he made his judgment on it. Getting close to 150. Yep, made it to 150. Cool.
Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Hartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter and deliver them along with the ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
He just got it, but now he wants me to give it to somebody else. Like he hasn't even had it for like a couple of minutes. It doesn't make sense. I know I'm nitpicking, but it's just a game, but it doesn't make sense to me. That kind of bugs me a bit. he desperately wanted, then looks at it for a minute and then, yep, give it away to somebody else. I think what is needed there is like a cutscene, just even a basic one, where you might go outside while he waits, while you wait for him to research. Maybe have a quick cutscene where you're sitting down having a sleep or something like that. Got our new Wolverine claws, good. They said this mission's gonna be dangerous, so I'm guessing got BTs. Or mules, one of the two. Off in a new adventure.
Thank you for everything.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Yep, BTs. This place looks cool. It's gonna be hard to juggle the deterioration of the gear we got, plus picking up stuff in the rain and avoiding the BTs. It's the shortest one to get. Dealing with the BTs, I still prefer the grenades. Even though it's a bit slower, I like to aim it and get them. Just feels like if you can take them out in one hit though. Well, that was close. Oh shit. Shit. Better get him. I mean, I'm in trouble. Whew, that was lucky. Like it's still looking for me. Can't see him now. Fuck. Time to move. It's Boogaloo. All repaired. There's meals there. I think it's safer to take this long way around. Ooh, that was close. Set off a BT though. Gone through a fair few grenades this time. There's lots of them here. Wow. Just gotta keep on moving on. I didn't even mean to do that then. I thought he was dead. Almost keep forgetting about the containers. I gotta spray them. Still in the rain. You kind of forget about the rain once you get into the BTs part. You're more worried about the BTs than the rain. And we're free. It's not too far away. At least there's no rain here.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure.
That was a cool mission. I didn't mind that one actually. A little more challenging than the others.
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look? Not a scratch on it, and the tar inside is safe and secure. You do not disappoint, my friend.
Another S. This is the last one in the Chiral network, I think. Jeez, I hope so anyway. Ooh, grenade launcher.
Thank you. It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar, evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab? Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
Oh man, I thought we could have just went from here to the next part. Not back to his base and then all the way back to the next part. That's a little frustrating. Wouldn't be so bad if they just whisk your way to it, like via cutscene. And we're back at Hartman's lab.
Thank you, Sam. In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say. Look, A message from Deadman. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam,
Yay, Deadman.
I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Die Hardman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books. You've got to keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Hartman might be able to make sense of it. So I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time. I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both have the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles, but some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all without exception, found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands, and it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain, and since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the President is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
How do you want me to handle Die Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
So extinction entities. So Bridget might have been one? But can they go necrotic though? Who knows? Maybe Amelie's one as well.
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online. The necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too. All things considered, this might be one of your hardest runs to date. Hartman knows more about the site than I do, so he'll take it from here. It's about time for his wake-up call anyway.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the job. I'm afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Amelie. We're counting on you, Sam.
Cool. Get to go to the final place. Gotta figure out this inventory. Getting close to our destination, to the way station now. It hasn't been a very difficult trip, that's for sure. You just walk down the hill and go across the lake. I'm not sure how he's saying that this is going to be the most difficult delivery. Pretty simple. The weight was pretty heavy, so just had to use some of these floating cargo equipment. Which kind of trivializes it a bit. Because it doesn't add any extra weight to you. You think it'd make some type of like pseudo weight kind of thing? Where you need like certain force to pull it along? But it's just a game, it's not the end of the world. All our hard work is put into this now. There's the tar.
Sam, you should be nearing the old building site. Look for the terminal and submit your materials for processing.
I love the sound of thunder. It's one of the best sounds in the world, I reckon. Almost there. Come on, Sam. Hurry up. So we have to get this thing up and running. It looks pretty fucked to me. I'm not sure how we're going to get it up and running.
Sam, you need to get those materials processed in order to finish the Cairo relay.
I'm not sure why he needed to tell us that. That's what we've always had to do. Always got to deliver the cargo. And we're done.
Good job, Sam. Now access the terminal and bring the relay online.
Okay. Don't see how this is going to repair though. There's nothing left to do. The final car on the network.
And with that, we're all linked up. Once you cross the tar belt, the end will be in sight. We're this close to Emily, to America's second chance. The staff we're sending will start by building a safe house. Over time, they'll expand their operations and establish a new facility. In doing so, they'll carry on the legacy of the brave souls lost to the tar. All thanks to you, Sam. Now, let's figure out how to get you across this tar belt.
Doesn't look like there's anything here which we can click on to help us get across the bridge, across the lake.
The only way west is through that. To make matters worse, I don't believe your PCC is capable of building anything that will get you across. There must be a way. We can't give up, not with what's at stake. We'll see if we can't think of something here. But considering everything you've been through, I wouldn't be surprised if you've already got a few ideas of your own.
Alright guys, I think we might leave it for this episode 15, sorry. Thanks for watching, and I'll get the next one out as soon as possible. Take care. Bye.
That's quite a drop.